The police are failing so badly now that they're having to hire private security for high streets. Have you ever heard of anything like this in your life? The police are having to hire security guards. We have fallen low. Crime is out of control in this country. Antisocial behaviour is the norm. I'm actually an expert in reducing antisocial behaviour. I've won awards, I've advised 3 different prime ministers, I've helped government write reports, I've designed dozens and dozens of projects that have all reduced antisocial behaviour, especially when we're looking at young people. Set a charity up to do this work. That's why I've got an MBE for that work. I know what I'm talking about. You reduce antisocial behaviour by using the broken window effect, which means you start tackling all the low level stuff, because the people who commit most of the low level antisocial behaviour also commit higher levels and also commit crime. It's the same people. So let's stop the low level stuff. Let's make areas so safe that people know, can't do anything here, can't drop litter here, can't write graffiti here, can't do anything here because they come down on me like a ton of bricks. That's how we want our neighbourhoods to be. And you do that by getting police officers on the beat, but you also get it by engaging these kids' parents. Not in a pink and fluffy sort of way. You call those parents into a police station when those kids start misbehaving, not breaking the law, but just misbehaving. And you're saying to the parents, we're not having this. We're not having this here. You sort your child out. We've told you what they're up to. You as a parent need to sort it out because they're your child. And if you don't sort it out, eventually we'll have to sort it out. But you don't want that for your child because you love your child. Of course you do. And if you don't sort it out, you live in a rented house, you live in a council house, housing association house, if they do. And if you do, we're going to start looking at have you evicted, because we can evict you for antisocial behaviour, and you start putting the responsibility back on the parents to be better parents. Most of the time, the parents don't know what the kids are doing. Did your mum and dad always know what you were doing as a kid? They didn't. But we give the parents the information they need to be better parents. We don't start hiring security guards and handing the streets over to private security or abandoning streets, which we've done in most our towns and cities. We need to sack the top layer of police. They're incompetent and their priorities are not your priorities. Their priorities are, we need to tackle racism and white supremacy in the police. No, you don't, idiot. Our priority is community relation and community tension and no, it's not, idiot. Your only job is to prevent and detect crime. That's your job. I'm not saying it's an easy job, but that's your job. Everything else you put upon yourself doesn't need to be there. So stop it and go back to the basics of preventing and detecting crime. Easy. Not to do the job, but to understand what your job is easy. We need to sack the top layer of police. We really do. And we only do that by getting some decent politicians in power. If I'm ever in power, honestly, if you're a top ranking police officer in an area I'm working as a politician, you need to be afraid. You need to start filling out your resignation. You need to start looking for another job because I'll have you all gone if I can help it. If I can do it, you're gone. See you soon.